Blarla. Hello peeps and welcome back to Project Hospital. Welcome back to the Infectious Diseases series where we have the latest free update that came from Project Hospital, Oxymoron Games, which is new insurance policies. Yes, we have new insurance policies, and we are currently working through the infectious diseases insurance policy. Afterwards, we will then do the traumatology one, but for now, we're just working on infectious diseases. Indeed, we are. Here is our ward for infectious diseases. Very exciting. So we have completed 2 out of 3 epidemic events for this insurance policy so far, and today we are going to do a 3rd. So we're going to hit this button here and trigger one. Here we go. An outbreak of a highly dangerous disease has been reported in a favourite tourist destination. All returning citizens are not feeling well. Should report to the nearest hospital immediately. We're just going to stick that down there. We want to take over all patients. That's one of the first things that we definitely like to do. Now, I have allowed night to pass since the last epidemic that we did, so the wards have emptied out a little bit. I thought that might be quite nice. And now we are going to start taking on the new ones. We should have space to do this. I can see this gentleman here who is not part of the event does have his arms crossed. I'm on specialist mode, so I can't see pulsating symptoms. So the telltale sign for me is that they have their arms crossed. So when they come in with their arms crossed, I put them on a code blue just to try and get them they're prioritized in their being seen to. So what have we got here? So we've got quite a large list of folks coming in for this epidemic. We can see here, can't we? Let's pop it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is a maximum that we can have down here. What I'm going to do is instantly, we've already got control of them, but I'm going to stick them all on a code blue. I am going to want them to all be seen fairly sharpish, given that we do actually have a time limit on these. It's not something we talk about very often, but there is a time limit. So I like to, just to make sure that, again, these guys are on a priority as well, which is going to cause havoc for those coming in with flashing symptoms, that are sort of at risk of crashing. Is a bit of an issue. William here has instantly crashed. So there we are, it's a thing. We did get him on a code blue, but he still didn't get there in time. But that's okay. They'll deal with him. They'll look after him perfectly fine. I am fairly sure of this. Okay, I am now going to wait for them all to slowly arrive. Oh, we've got a lady here. Oh, look, she's part of the event. Her arms are crossed. She's part of the event, so she's already on a code blue. We've got same over here. Excellent. We've got this lady here, arms crossed. No, she's part of the event. What about you? You're part of the event. Okay, you are part of the event. We're doing all right here. Arms crossed, part of the event. That's fine. You aren't part of the event, but you've got your arms crossed, so we're going to stick you on a code blue. You're already on a code blue. This lady is on a code blue. You are on a code blue. A lot of them are actually part of this event, so that's okay. Somebody has just been rushed in over here. They're not part of the event, so not going to worry about them at all. Now this lady, yeah, okay, we know that she's got exhaustion. She's about to collapse. Not feeling too good. She is about to collapse. She's just looking for enough open floor space to do so, I think. Oh no, Karen. Although she is walking out of here. It's most unusual. That's normally what shows seconds before they collapse. Interesting. Was different lady. But she is part of the event. Look at that. She is part of the event, so we're going to want them to pick her up. Pretty sharpish. We've just had this lady collapse. Lots of collapsing happening. Wow. I actually can't get them all in quick enough to be seen. So trauma is going to get very, very busy. What is this? What is this? So he's part of the event, and we've got a couple of things here it could be. I think we'll do the physical. And look, we can see here painful lymph nodes. So I think we should do some neck palpitations. And just see, maybe even, look, we can see he's got a fever, so we are going to take a temperature. And I think we'll also do an oral inspection. That's what we're going to do for him. Over here, right, Karen collapsed almost at trauma. Okie dokie. That was a thing. This lady also, I think, needs our attention somewhere. Why are they all queuing in here again? Stop that. You're not supposed to be here. It's very, very bizarre. Okay, if you could do a physical. She has abdominal pain, so we're going to do abdominal palpitations. I think that would be good. We've got another collapse here. Okie dokie. Another collapse. That's fine. Let's get her into trauma. We've been taken to Sarah Lee. Here she is, sitting in the GP office. She's vomiting. Pretty gross. Let's give her something for that vomiting right away. Then we'll do a physical. We are also going to take her temperature. And we might also do some abdominal palpitations, given that she's vomiting. What is Elizabeth? Right, in trauma. Trauma is going to fill up really quick, isn't it? So in trauma, this is one of our collapsed patients. So the first thing that we want to do is deal with these. So we're going to need an IV for the exhaustion, and we're going to need these meds to bring the temperature down. That's the first thing that we are going to do. They've done it. Okay, so let's get a physical going. Let's give her something for the vomiting. Let's do some abdominal palpitations. We're also going to take her temperature, and we'll just see how that goes for the moment. See how she gets along there. But all these, I think, are part. Oh, he's not. He's actually not part of it. Okay, fair enough. He isn't. Who have we got here? Jessica, who's in this GP office here, has a very high temperature. So let's bring that temperature down first. And again, physical, abdominal palpitations, and temperature. Okay, now Jessica over here. Let's see, in this GP office, we've done the physical. And we did the abdominal palpitations. We've not found much, although we do know it's Department of Infectious Diseases. We've got that far. Let's take a temperature. We can't see anything here, but let's do it anyway. We've got eye pain, which is interesting. Yeah, we do have eye pain. We could probably just have a little look-see at the eye, maybe. That might be good. Bit of an unusual one. And then what have we got up here? We could do a speech listening, just to see if there's any confusion. We've got headaches and nausea. So let's just see if there's any kind of confusion going on. That might be nice. Ooh, what do we have here? God, a lot of discomfort. So Karen is one that's in trauma. We can see that there she is. She's in trauma. So get her on an IV. That's the most important thing for Karen, is to get her on the IV. Yeah, let's focus on that. It's a lot of trying to put out fires at the moment. Same situation here. Let's get her on the IV. Deal with this first. Ooh, now we're in a situation where we have run out of beds in trauma. So this is where I can open up this emergency room here. So we're going to do that. I'm going to come over to here. We are going to turn this into trauma. And I am also going to make this a biohazard area. That's what I like to do. Now, what I'm also going to do is just check, who have we got currently in this space? Who isn't part of the emergency? They're part of the emergency. They are now on their IV as well. So let's, this is quite a lot going on here. Let's give them a physical. Let's do some abdominal palpitations. We've not got a lot of symptoms here to work with. We'll take their temperature. This lady here is not part of the emergency, and she is actually waiting to be transported to traumatology. So, you know, she will be going shortly, but they are a part of it. Ooh, and look what we found here with Elizabeth. We can get that going now. I've got some orifice bleeding, so we're going to need to get her on an IV pretty sharpish. We've also got quite a lot of infectious diseases going on here, potentially highly infectious as well. Bit of a nightmare. We do have an unknown symptom kicking around. What else could we do here? We could check her eyes. We've got potentially eye pain, which we might not have discovered yet, so we're going to do that. In terms of testing, the RT-PCR testing is going to be a really, really great one for us, so we are going to do that. Although, what might be good, she could have pulsating symptoms. No, we'll do this now. We'll get that done before we send her away, because I do kind of want to get her out of trauma. So we've had somebody else collapse now. Oh my goodness. I don't know if we're going to have room for them, are we? Possibly not. Is anybody sitting here with crossed arms? Because I can't really lose focus on this, you know. The hospital is still running. I need to... Okay, I think I think you've got crossed arms. Right. Over here. Wow, it's all go, isn't it? Joseph then looks like a fairly open shut case. He just needs some antibiotics. What I would say though is that we've got some fairly clear discomfort, although we do know all the discomforts he's getting, so it's mostly going to be painkillers, it would seem. Let's bring the fever down, yeah, just lots of painkillers. We'll just give him everything. We'll give him something for the cough as well. Let's just go nuts, and he'll be good to go. Yeah, they can send him home then. That will work for us. Jessica's in. What have we got going on here? So Mary, who is in trauma. Let's see. Nice big mixture of stuff. So let's do a physical. Let's do abdominal palpitations. Let's also give her something for this vomiting to stop it, and see if we can find any more symptoms that we can do further tests from. At the moment, this is a little vague. Hopefully, they'll be able to help us. Put your shirt back on. Lovely. Oh, okay. Back in the GP's office, it's all infectious diseases at this point. That much we know. It's definitely infectious diseases. We have discovered all the pain that she's going through. So let's see. The abdominal pain might be... Oh no, that's good. Okay. Right, so we could do the RT. Yeah, I think it's going to be the best one. Let's arrange the RT testing. Let's get that started. I want to also send her to observation before she leaves this office. This is tricky. Because she can sort of look after herself if she's walking around, but she's probably in a rough state. Do I isolate her? I say isolate. Yeah, we would need to isolate her just to be on the safe side. Ooh, decision time. Do I send her to infectious diseases now and then rely on the doctors not being too overrun, which they probably will be? Or do we get the testing started now? I think we get the testing started now. I think that's what we'll do. But ultimately, I would like to keep a close eye on her and get her to the correct department, but that's not going to happen because there's too many of them. That's all kicking off at once. Similar situation here, actually. So let's, some rest and something to bring temperature down, something for the pain. And again, we're going to do the same. We're going to arrange the same test. RT-PCR, there we go. For you, Sarah. Excellent. I think the sooner we get these test results going, the better. What have we got going on over here? Where is she? Oh, she's on her way. She's on her way to here. Excellent. Let's arrange those IVs. Right. So, Mary here on the end. What is happening, Mary? We've done a physical. Still got quite a lot of symptoms kicking around. Wow. Could be all sorts of things, couldn't it? Well, let's take a temperature. We'll do that. Nausea. We can't do speech listening, so I might do neurological testing. We'll also listen to her chest, take her blood pressure. I don't know. We could also do an ear examination. It's difficult to know. There's not a lot of information to go here. There's some suspicions of the eyes, so let's do an eye examination, ear. So we'll just do a battery of simple tests, just to see if we can find anything further at all. Okay. Ooh, this one's pretty straightforward. So again, antibiotics, great. I still think we should do... It's just got breathing problems. I still think we should do more tests, but there we are. Let's bring the temperature down. We should probably do a physical. I just feel like it's a bit sensible to do. How's it going on over here? Are you on a code blue? You are on a code blue. Excellent. Are you on a code blue? No, let's get you on a code blue. Are you on a code blue? No, let's get you on a code blue. Lovely. All these people coming in. We just want to make sure that they're going to be okay. Right. Let's see. Right. High temperature. So let's give her something for that temperature. That's important. What else could we do over here? We've got a bunch of tests we could do. We've taken her temperature. We've done abdominal palpitations. We can't do speech listening, but we do have nausea and headaches. So let's do neurological testing. We've got eye pain. So again, let's do an eye examination. And I think same again, we're going to do the RT-PCR testing. Yeah. We're going to get all that going. Wow. Okay. It's non-stop. So we've whittled it down over here to 2. Indeed we have. We could do a differential. Before we do that, is there any other sensible tests? I say this just for the simple reason that the more information they have to do their differential, surely the better, right? So that's where we are. No, let's just get on and do the differential then. Differential, it's around here someplace. Differential, there it is. Well, let's get that done. But she's almost ready to go to the Department of Infectious Diseases, I would say. Right, so we've managed to whittle this down a little bit more. But we've still got a long way to go. It is now time for her to go to infectious diseases. They've put her into regular, but I'm probably going to up that to isolation. So I'll take her to the regular ward because they auto did that. But then once she's there, I've requested that they send her. We're also going to arrange an interview, and I think we're also going to arrange let's see here. I think we're also did we do the eye test? We did. I think we're also going to arrange a differential as well. We'll also give her a bunch of painkillers. Okay, back into a situation where there is no free bed. Right, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to send her to the ICU by giving her a random diagnosis that we know is not correct, but we've got control. So we're going to send her to the ICU. We're going to give her an infusion for her exhaustion and some meds to bring down the temperature. So Kate is going to be a little bit of an unusual one, but we just need a bed. Ooh, so we've decided upon this one for Jessica, it seems. Excellent. So let's give her something for the vomiting right here. We're going to say get some rest and give her something for the pain that she's currently in before we send her off. So what have we got going on over here? Let's bring down the temperature and give her something for the pain. Let's do a physical. Let's try and find out a little bit more. We're also going to take the temperature. That's what we're going to do. Alrighty. Where are we? So we've managed to successfully treat a couple already, which is nice. Which is very nice indeed. Yeah. Excellent. There we go. So the tests have come back. It's not great, is it? Okay, let's get her on this blood component therapy for the orifice bleeding. Let's make that a priority. Okay. After this, it's tricky to know. Let's do abdominal palpitations. We are also going to do the eye test. We took the temperature. So I think RT, PCR testing again. Yeah, we're going to arrange that, get that started as well. There we go. What's going on with Mary? So, wow, Mary's had a bunch of tests. Most of them have come back negative. We really aren't whittling this down very well at all, are we? Now it probably is something along the infectious diseases line. Let's do one of these. I think I would like to do some heart monitoring as well. I think we should do neck, check for air in the chest. We'll do a CRP. So there's a bunch of tests for them to work through. Let's see if we can find anything from this at all. Karen here has received her final test that's going off to the lab. So what we are now going to do, we're going to send her to the Department of Infectious Diseases. We can do an interview while we're there. Why not? I think I'm going to change this to a pop-up for the moment. So we'll do an interview when she gets there. We've got some discomfort, so various pains. So let's give her some painkillers. Also, I'm going to put her into isolation because we don't know at the moment whether there's anything infectious going on. So looks like he's ready to go home. Yes, we'll send him home. And Jessica, what's going on with Jessica? Is Jessica... Right, Jessica needs to now go to the Department of Infectious Diseases. It's not contagious, I believe. So regular ward should be okay, and then get her supportive therapy. There we go. Off you go, Jessica. Thank you. Kate has arrived at the ICU. So now we are going to do a physical. We're going to start there. We are going to take a temperature. We can see all these with temperature. Let's do some abdominal palpitations and neck palpitations. Let's take a blood pressure. And as we're in the ICU, we might as well do some heart monitoring. Let's also take this pulse. So a bunch of tests, because we know it's probably not this. It's just you have to give them a diagnosis for them to go to the ICU, and we had no beds downstairs. Okay, back over here. So they've had their test sent off to the lab, so that is a nice start. What we're going to do, we've got some unknown symptoms here, so what we're going to do is send her to the Department of Infectious Diseases. Again, they've sent her to the regular, but I am then going to upgrade to isolation. We've got plenty of isolation rooms. Let's do an interview. I think that would be good. Just to do an interview there. Lovely. We're also going to give her some painkillers. She's in pain, which is not nice. So let's resolve that for her. So unsurprisingly, it's saying, hey, you've got an incorrect diagnosis for this lady. Well, that much we know. So what could we do? Well, we can take that off. Just continue these tests, please. Let's also give her something for the pain and whatnot. But what else could we do? We could do storm analysis, I suppose. But is there much point? We might as well just get on with the RT-PCR testing, because, so we'll take this away. I think we're still going to do these tests. Yeah, and then let's get, because of course these guys, they don't have differential training at all in any way, shape or form, because they're more about saving lives. So they've got the anaesthetist, so they can prevent crashing or significantly reduce. So here we could have one of two things. Well, let's do a physical. Let's do some neck palpitations. We're also going to take a temperature, and we are going to do a nasal and oral cavity inspection, and that should help us with this. But also my GPs can do differentials, so that should be pretty good. There's a cat in front of my monitor. I can't see the entire screen. I can't see these messages down here at all. There's a cat in the way, right? She's watching me play. Okay, Mary, what is going on with Mary? Do you know, we've had a lot of tests here with no clear answers. We are going to take a microbial cultivation. We're definitely going to do that. It's unlikely to be this, of course, because we're doing a pandemic. So we could do serologic testing, PCR testing. Microbial is good for that anyway, so that's good. Right, so we're going to do PCR and the serologic, there it is, which is probably going to seriously up the discomfort. So let's give her even more painkillers, shall we? There we go. And then once they've taken all these samples, we can send her to the Department of Infectious Diseases while she waits for her test results, and just try and keep her as stable as possible. They could also look at doing a differential, but I feel like this might be too many to do a differential on, to be honest. Sarah has come in to the GP office here. High temperature. Let's give her something for this high temperature. We're going to do the physical again. We are going to take that temperature. Breathing problems. Let's listen to the chest. Let's do some abdominal palpitations as well. Just see what we've got going on here. Here we go. So Mary has had all these samples taken. So now let's send her to this department. Again, we don't know. Is any of these options highly... Actually, they're not. Okay, we'll let her go to regular. That'll be fine. We can also do an interview while we are there. That will be great. Now, these four are the people that we have that have not been hospitalised yet, that are part of the emergency. So let's try and get these resolved. So she has the common cold, so rest is really the best thing to recommend here, but we can see that she's also got fever and breathing problems, so we're going to give her a couple of bits just to increase her comfort in these areas, and that will be her all sorted. Let's have a look here at Sarah. Right, so we would now like, she's waiting for her test results. Let's send her there and potentially get her hospitalized. Yeah, we're going to do that. Yeah, that would be good. Oh, so we here we are just now largely waiting for these results to come in. Not much else we can do there. Here, right, with Sarah, we now know malaria. So let's see. I think she'll need to be hospitalized, I think, for this. So we will do that. We'll arrange her to go there. Regular hospitalization is fine though. So let's do that. Let's also help with her discomfort. She's got breathing problems. I want her to get some rest. We'll give her something for the pain, but otherwise she's fairly okay. She is now hospitalized. We've made a decision on that one. Over here, yeah, she's looking as rough as old boots. Let's get her hospitalized. She's got her arms crossed. She could collapse at any minute. I'd really like to get her hospitalized. That would be really, really lovely. Oh, have we had some lab results come back? We have. Wow. Okay, the labs are getting there. Right. Here we go. Supportive therapy then for you. Fantastic. Ooh, the labs are getting the results in. Excellent. So the labs, here they are. And I think it is, yeah, largely this one that's doing all the work. They're all running around, look. They're all running around. Oh, more lab results are in. Excellent. Jessica, who we really need, look, to get in. But we just asked her, didn't we? She's gone into isolation. We did just ask her to try and get to a bed. So there we are. And it can cause her to crash. And she has got her arms crossed. She's self-soothing there. Okay, there we go. Anyway, you are now hospitalised. So what have we got going on here? You are hospitalised. So are you the last patient? Who is now going to hospitalisation by the looks of it. Excellent, excellent. What have we got going on here? Jennifer Wilson, waiting on lab results. Well, there we go. That's where we are with a lot of them, I think. Sarah Lee, who never actually got hospitalised. She's just been hospitalised now. Her lab results are back. So once she's in, we can absolutely give her the treatment that she sorely needs. Because surely she's not going to last too much longer before collapsing. So at least now, finally, she is on her way. And we put her onto isolation because we weren't sure whether she was going to be infectious or not. Turns out she isn't, but that's fine. There's loads of space on the ward. She's going to have to go up the lift. But yeah, we got plenty of space here. Although saying that, a lot of these beds look full, don't they? Look, let's have a look. If we go to, yeah, a lot. Yeah, there are some free, but it's getting pretty chocker, isn't it? He's getting pretty chocker. Ooh, more lab results back. Excellent. There we go. She does have some pretty serious discomfort. Oh, hang on a minute, but she still hasn't had a bunch of her painkillers. The doctors are absolutely overrun in this department. They really, really are. Okay. There's just not enough. We have 3. And I am wondering if we should stick a desk here. But it is just it probably won't be this busy when we, when things are running normally. It probably is fairly exceptional. So I'm going to try not worry about it too much. More lab results back in. These are the last 4 that haven't been treated, and we are getting there with them. We've got final diagnosis on 2 here, just waiting for their actual treatment. We are waiting on some test results for this lady. We can see he's working on them. And Mary is waiting for a bunch of test results. We've just had one back that didn't reveal anything as far as I can tell. So that's the thing. We did do a differential. Didn't help. There's too many of them, I think, for a differential. So yeah, 2 that we don't have a final diagnosis on yet at the moment. Oh, another test back in. Didn't give us anything for Mary. So I guess it's all on this test here. We've got it. Kate. It came in. Yay, we can arrange her treatment. Thank goodness for that. There it is. Done. Oh, yes. And she's fairly comfortable as well. Wow, we're getting there. We're so close now. Where are we? We've got these 3. Just... right, Mary. We're still waiting on Mary. These 2 just need to be given their treatment. What is going on? Doctors are really overrun. Oh, Jennifer got her supportive therapy. Oh, Sarah Lee got it. Excellent. Okay. Oh, wow. We must be Mary, who we've just had news on. Her results are back. There we are. Where is Mary? There she is. I am antibiotics. Please. Oh my goodness. We are so close to completing this. We've had some others as well that have been fairly neglected. Look at this poor lady. She definitely needs some sorting out, for sure. I hope that she'll be okay. She's not part of the emergency. It's just something that came up on the sidelines. We've done it! Yay! We have completed the event. But we have also completed 3 epidemics in a row, so I'm assuming maybe it'll trigger at midnight. Oh no, it's triggered right now. Look at that. Objective for insurance company has been completed successfully. Finished 3 epidemics, epidemic events, 3 out of 3. So we have now increased our clinic patients per day by 15. Next, it's reached 85% prestige at the end of the day in infectious diseases. Well, we're doing pretty well here. So I've got a feeling that this might be achieved at midnight. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you to all my Patreons for their continued support.